It is developing news now at 5 o'clock. 911 calls just released after gunfire erupts in the home of a popular actor. Good evening. I'm Laura Diaz.
And I'm Paul Majors. For the first time tonight, friends of actor Ryan O'Neal are describing the chaos and gunfire that led to his arrest this weekend. And we're hearing the chaos firsthand on that just released 911 tape. CBS 2's Stacey Butler is live with our top stories. Stacey.
Paul, a close friend of Ryan O'Neal's, broke his silence tonight. He told me he wants people to know what really happened. The night Ryan O'Neal was so afraid of his own son, he fired off a gun just to scare him out of his house.
Okay, what's wrong?
I got hit by something. I can't see. Help me, help me. Help me.
You need to calm down so I can get the information.
Okay.
What location we need to come to.
I'm in a lot of pain. I got fucking...
Okay, calm
It's
down.
Malibu, California.
Okay,
I see lights.
Okay, looks like we're already on the way out there. Somebody assaulted you.
The 911 call came in just after Ryan O'Neal celebrated the news that Farrah Fawcett's cancer is in remission. The actor returned to his Malibu home today, just 2 days after his arrest for assault during a fight with his son. The cameras were waiting.
Ryan, did you use a gun on your son? Shut up. Did you?
Tonight, for the first time, the actor's friend Charlie Matera wants to tell O'Neal's side of the story.
I'm in the house. I get a call from Farrah. She's like, Charlie, I don't know what's going on at the house. Griffin's attacking his father. He's beat up Redmond. You got to get out there.
By the time Charlie Matera arrived at the house, police had Ryan O'Neal in custody.
They called the paramedics to make sure his arm wasn't broken. He had a big gash on his leg, and his right arm is all swollen. He's pretty bruised up.
Bruised up because Matera says O'Neal's son Griffin beat him with a fireplace poker. After the third strike, he says O'Neal ducked, and that's when Griffin accidentally struck his girlfriend in the head, who's 7 months pregnant. O'Neal says, quote, I got a little nervous at that point and fled to my room, and I got my gun.
By no means did Ryan want to hurt his son at any time. You know, when he did what he did, he just did it to get everybody to get out of the house.
Did he take a gun?
He had a little gun, but he just shot a little shot. He didn't point it in any general direction. He just kind of like, you know, fired it, and because, I mean, the guy was in fear of his life.
Charlie Matera told me that Ryan O'Neal's son Griffin has a history of substance abuse. Ryan O'Neal, he says, is deeply saddened by this very public turn of events. This case is expected to go before the district attorney later this week. We're live in Malibu. Stacey Butler, CBS 2 News.
It is breaking news tonight. Within the past 10 minutes, San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom announced he is seeking counseling for alcohol abuse. It was just last week that Newsom admitted to having a sexual relationship with the wife of a staffer. Newsom asked for forgiveness from the city of San Francisco and for hurting his longtime friend. Again, the mayor of San Francisco is seeking counseling for alcohol abuse. We are not sure if this involves some sort of stint in rehab, but we will keep you posted on any new developments.
More breaking news tonight. Several firefighters and other victims are sent to the hospital after flames ripped through a home in the Westlake district. CBS 2's Mark Coogan is live on the scene with more on this for us. Mark.
Paul, we are at 11th and Westlake in the Pico Union area south of downtown. Multiple rescues needed here during this fire. Not only civilian residents of the building, but firefighters need rescuing. When the firefighters arrived, this is what they found. Flames going through the roof. It was a greater alarm fire. Lots of people had to run to get out of the building for their lives. And as firefighters made what they called an aggressive entry into the building, going up into the building, 2 firefighters got in big trouble.
What happens is the basement burned out the stairs. That's the only entrance from the front up to the second floor. And 2 firemen trying to get up to the second floor to put out the fire fell through the staircase and were down in the basement. We were able to effect the rescue and get them out without, as far as I know, they walked away from the scene. They were okay, and they're in the hospital now. And then we were able to proceed using a ladder instead of the stairs. And ultimately, we found a staircase in the back, and we were able to finish putting out the fire.
But while that was going on, these 2 residents of the building were trapped on a second-floor balcony. Here, firefighters and residents teamed up for the rescue.
We had one young 18-year-old male out on the ledge, thick black smoke pouring out from the building, with one woman actually on the balcony. With the assistance of the civilians, the firefighters were able to get the ladder up just beneath the balcony and perform a rescue.
All told now, 4 people are in the hospital. The 2 residents of the building who were pulled off the balcony and 2 firefighters who fell through the stairs while they were on fire. One has a shoulder injury, the other burned hands. All of the people, firefighters and civilians, apparently do not have anything close to life-threatening injuries. There are also 2 other firefighters who were hurt here. They stayed at the scene and continued working. One of the chiefs said that when you're inside a building like this on fire, it's a building going under demolition. There were live people inside it, and everybody got out. Live downtown, Mark Coogan, CBS 2 News. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Now to more pleasant news. Tonight, the Southland is basking in a winter warm-up, and it comes as much of the country is in a deep freeze.
It's a tale of 2 cities as we enjoy record-breaking temperatures around 80. Places like New York can't get out of the single digits. For a quick check of the weather, here's Johnny.
Yes, and by the way, Minneapolis-St. Paul, the sister city, also, well, it was minus 16 this morning.
Ooh.
Minus 16. That means you got to go to 16 to get to 0. Yeah. All right. Today, 90. Hey, that was a record for us. Look at the record was previous 1954, 84 degrees. So we are way above our normal temperature of 69 degrees. 57 was the overnight. And check out some of the temperatures still 70s along the coast out to Riverside and around Palm Springs. It's 82, but we've got a big change headed our way. Some clouds, some cooler, and we're going to be talking about rain over the next couple of days. But minus 16? Come on, get serious. Back to you, Laura.
We're the envy of the country. Thank you so much, Johnny. A possible murder mystery tonight in L.A. County as sheriff's detectives investigate the charred remains of a body. They tell us a maintenance crew was cleaning up debris from a brush fire in La Puente yesterday when they found a body. The crew apparently thought it was a mannequin, but they put it in the back of a truck and shipped it to a maintenance yard. This morning, another worker went through the truck and realized that mistake. A massive fire destroys a 3-story building this morning in downtown Los Angeles. Investigators think it started in a bridal shop. Flames ripped through the roof on West 4th Street. It took nearly 200 firefighters more than 3 hours to get it under control. Crews raced to rescue a worker trapped in a trench. Investigators say the man was pinned up to his waist in the Hollywood Hills. Firefighters used special hydraulic equipment to shore up that trench. We're told the worker is doing well tonight.
It's new insight into a kidnapping case that made national headlines. Tonight, for the first time, Missouri suspect Michael Devlin has been charged with repeated sex crimes. Devlin is already charged with kidnapping 2 Missouri teenagers and holding one for more than 4 years. After the teens were rescued, the parents of 15-year-old Sean Hornbeck told Oprah Winfrey they believed he was sexually abused. According to prosecutors, Devlin abused the other victim, 11-year-old Ben Ownby, up to 4 times a day during the time he was held hostage. Well, he fell off a cliff in San Pedro last month and died. Now a coroner's office says 21-year-old USC football kicker Mario Dinello was drunk at the time of his death. A toxicology analysis revealed his blood alcohol was .23, almost 3 times the legal limit. The coroner's office did not say why Dinello fell. The cause of death is listed as multiple traumatic injuries.
Tonight, alleged crimes of the caller. Police released the terrifying tape. A woman who says she was attacked by a priest inside of a Las Vegas church. CBS 2's Sandra Mitchell is here now and has the frantic calls for help. Sandra?
Laura, that woman says she was violently attacked right there in the church. Now, she did call 911, but was too afraid and maybe too shocked to admit just who the attacker was.
Help me.
This is the fire department. What happened? Did you fall?
No, I got beaten up.
You got beaten up. Okay.
Horribly, my hair has been pulled out of my head.
Okay. Where's the person who did this to you?
I don't. He's going to kill himself.
The frightened voice is riveting. For the first time, we're hearing a woman's 911 call for help after she was allegedly attacked by her own priest. Father George Shaneen was a fugitive for 1 week before he was captured in Arizona. He's accused of kidnapping, beating, and raping a church singer, Michelina Bellamy, at his Las Vegas parish.
And you're bleeding from your head?
I'm bleeding from everywhere.
Okay. All right. Did he use any weapons or anything?
No, he said he's got a gun.
Okay. And you are bleeding from your head. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm.
It's all right. It's okay.
First, the attack on Bellamy, then a police standoff. 6 days on the run. And now prosecutors plan to build a major criminal case. The victim says she was sitting at her desk when Shaneen broke a full bottle of wine over her head, grabbed her by the hair, and dragged her into his office. Bellamy says she passed out. And when she awoke, she says the priest was sexually assaulting her. Bellamy told police she then prayed for her life, and the attack stopped.
Who is it, your boyfriend?
No,
Who is he?
I can't tell you.
Who is he?
I can't tell you.
Tomorrow, Father George Shaneen faces an extradition hearing in Arizona. Live in the newsroom, I'm Sandra Mitchell. Laura, back to you.
Thank you, Sandra. Tonight, Turner Broadcasting has agreed to pay $2 million in compensation for a publicity stunt that set off a terrorism scare in Boston. Bomb squads were called in and bridges and highways shut down last Wednesday when authorities found more than 3 dozen electronic devices. They were part of a publicity campaign for a show on the Cartoon Network. Charges of placing a hoax device and disorderly conduct still remain against the 2 men hired to plant those devices.
Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani is one step closer to a run for president. Today, Giuliani filed a so-called statement of candidacy with the Federal Election Commission. It's just part of the paper trail leading up to an official exploratory committee that will allow Giuliani to raise funds for a campaign. Senator Hillary Clinton is the early favorite tonight in some potential matchups. We're told she leads the pack of likely Democratic candidates in Iowa. When you break it down by gender, we're told she has many more female votes.
It is developing news tonight from Capitol Hill. President Bush and Congress on the war path over Iraq. And tonight, the Republicans have blocked a full Senate debate on key issues. CBS News' Ann Martin is here now with the newest information. Ann?
Laura, tonight Democrats are vowing they're going to find a way to force the president into changing his course of action in Iraq. And that comes just hours after Republicans sidetracked a non-binding resolution disagreeing with the president's battle plans.
The new plan to secure Baghdad appears to be underway. But sounds of heartbreak still echo through the streets. More than 30 people died in a wave of attacks across Baghdad today. Almost half those deaths happened when a pair of car bombs exploded near a line of people waiting to refill their propane cooking tanks. As many as 90,000 U.S. and Iraqi troops will try to curb that daily violence in the third effort to secure Baghdad. This time it's led by an Iraqi general, and President Bush says that's a good sign.
It means that the government understands they have a responsibility to protect their people.
But there is a showdown in Congress over the president's new plan to send more troops. The Senate is debating resolutions both for and against the war.
70% of the people don't support this war. And most experts you talk to say, what is the strategy? We don't seem to have one.
The president's been criticized for not coming forth with some changes to change the status quo. Well, he did it. Now he's being criticized with what he came up with.
Right now, neither of the 2 major resolutions on the war has enough support to pass. The immediate challenge for lawmakers is finding common ground.
Also today, the president sent Congress his $2.9 trillion spending plan for the country for 2008. It includes more than $141 billion in projected war costs for Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm Ann Martin, CBS 2 News. Paul, back to you.
And thank you very much. It's one of the busiest interchanges in the entire country, but has it become even more dangerous because of recent construction? Anyone who navigates the interchange of the 405 and 101 knows it can be a white-knuckle ride. Now, recently, singer Brandy was involved in a deadly crash there. These are pictures of the crash aftermath, the crash that killed a young woman. But we actually found the road is no better or no worse than before. Take a look. Last year, there were 434 crashes along that stretch of road, and 134 of those were injury accidents. As we go back several years, you can see more than 400 accidents in each of the previous 4 years. By the way, we're told there was only one deadly accident on that stretch of road on all of last year, and that was the crash involving Brandy.
Tonight on the CBS 2 News at 11 o'clock, dangerous armed holdups happening at local pharmacies. Here's CBS 2's David Goldstein.
The man at the counter isn't filling a prescription the normal way. He's using a gun. Watch the store surveillance videotape. It shows the brazen robber allegedly pulling a pistol out of his waistband, walking around the counter, then putting it within inches of the pharmacist's head. At another pharmacy, this man puts a knife to a female employee's throat, then waves it at others while making his demands. They fill up his bag. He eventually lets the employee go unharmed. They're not eyeing the cash register. They're not interested in money. This is what they want.
Don't miss our exclusive investigation tonight right here on the CBS 2 News at 11.
Tonight, presidential honors for Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. They trounced the Chicago Bears 29-17, really walked all over them in a game that really wasn't much of a Super Bowl. President Bush called Manning and the Colts owner to congratulate them. It may have rained during the game, but it didn't rain on the Colts victory parade in Indianapolis. The players added on layers because it was cold, but none of them wanted to miss a chance to greet their fans. Well, he reigned over what's being called one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows ever, even in the rain. Prince dazzled the crowd as he belted out his classic hit Purple Rain and other old school gems. He never fell on the wet stage, which was amazing in and of itself. Even more amazing, his makeup didn't smear.
Well, I was thinking the backup dancers, they had to slow it down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little hydroplaning right there on the stand. It was good stuff. A recent price break, maybe just the ticket to get you moving on finalizing those plans for a vacation to paradise. A Hawaiian getaway is more affordable than you might think. CBS News' Randy Page is live at LAX with more on some special online deals. Hi, Randy.
That's right, Laura. We found some amazing deals for tickets to Hawaii, but the one catch is you'll need to purchase your tickets online. Ryan Sakihara and his family are on their way back to Hawaii after a vacation in Disneyland. And he says if it wasn't for the cheap airfare, he never could have afforded it. How many in your family?
6.
So at that kind of savings can really add up, can it?
Yes, it did. It saved us thousands of dollars right now to do this right now at this time, and the weather was perfect.
So how did you like Disneyland?
It's fun.
Chris and Pearl Unaitafa are an LA couple on their way back to their native Hawaii for vacation. Their tickets were $129 each.
That's awesome. To go to another island for that amount of money, you can't buy that anywhere.
I spent the rest of my money on my watch and then my glasses and my hat, man. So, and my belt buckle too.
Here's how they did it. Hawaiian Airlines is offering flights from LAX to Honolulu for $129 each way. You'll have to book your tickets online by February 14th. This fare is not available at ticket counters or by telephone. Travel must be completed by March 22nd, and limited seats are available at this price, so be flexible with your travel dates. Aloha Airlines is offering nonstop flights from John Wayne Airport in Orange County to Honolulu, Maui, or Kona. Take your pick for $149 each way. Book online by February 7th, and you'll have to travel between April 1st and May 17th. Some dates around Easter are blacked out, and seats are limited at this fair.
We got Pro Bowl coming up this weekend, so it's particularly a good time to go to Hawaii right now.
Gerald Hamilton is in the tourism industry in Hawaii.
The beaches are there, the weather's there, and now we got all the NFL All-Stars are there, so good time to come.
Aloha indeed. To get these low fares, you need to go directly to the airlines' websites. Live at LAX, I'm Randy Page, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Randy. With this weather we're having, who needs to go to Hawaii?
That's a fact.
It was so perfect here today.
Yeah. Well, with the Super Bowl, with all the rain they had down in Florida, just a week away, I think they're going to play that game underwater, just to try to keep it going. By the way, it rained all game. Did you notice that?
It did rain.
A couple of people that we know here actually went to the game. They were Bears fans, and they're glad to be back.
I bet. Are you going to rub it in again, too?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to share the pain with them there for a second. All right, enough of that. Let's take a look outside because this is what we had all weekend long. The sun was out, absolutely gorgeous. As temperatures warmed up, we had 90-degree readings yesterday and had some today. All of this is going to change. We have the view of our beautiful day that we've had. Here's what's happening, though. There's going to be a change. This low right here is not going to bother us that much. Clouds will be drifting on through, but these will be high clouds and also some coastal clouds developing right along the coast. But as it continues to the north, more energy will come by, and by Thursday, a chance of a shower by here. Look, downtown 90 today, that was a record. Santa Monica 83, a record. LAX 84, a record. And Pierce College 86, a record. Long Beach 86 degrees. So we were definitely warm again, just like we were yesterday. But a change is coming. High clouds and ocean clouds, fog and low clouds, along with some high clouds drifting in through tomorrow and through Wednesday. 10 to 15 degrees cooler, breezy in the mountains and also in the deserts with these fronts coming through. So coastal clouds going to be there? Yep, we'll get rid of that. Also, breezy-like conditions will be there. Here are the clouds. Also, cool conditions and a change with some clouds coming in with a chance of showers, maybe north of Point Conception on Wednesday, but by Thursday, about a 30% chance of a shower here locally for us. We've already talked about what was going on around the country. Watch this. Minneapolis, St. Paul, located right about something in there. Anyway, here we go. Cold temperatures there. And down here, that's all the rain that we had going on. Well, I can't see with my eyes. 48 hours. we're going out. Now watch up here. Yes, this area right here, I'm not trying to get the flies away, but in this area here, we got some clouds coming in. There's your Tuesday night, Wednesday, look at Wednesday, and then Wednesday night. Look at these clouds start beginning to mass to the north of us, so we might pick up a shower up around Point Conception north up into the Central Valley. San Gabriel Valley Tribune, it's going to be warm tomorrow. Some sunshine out there at about 78 degrees. Here we go with that 5-day. We got your week for you. Here's your Wednesday as we continue to cool down just a bit. About downtown temperature 75, 72. By Thursday, a chance of showers and 70. And then we get on into the all-important weekend coming up. Late Saturday, another chance of some showers. Did you see that? 66 degrees. And then on Sunday, about a 30 or 40% chance of a shower. And then on Monday, some more showers hanging around. Now, as all of this 7-day period kind of unfolds for us, looking for anywhere between about a tenth, maybe a quarter of an inch of rainfall. So again, not a lot of rain coming in, but still we have a cool down coming. So
you haven't been able to squeeze any moisture out of any of these things.
Nothing. No, not much.
Just a couple of drops.
No, it's been about a inch and a half. We're almost 6 inches low on waterfall for this time of year. Yeah.
All right.
And the snowpack is down as well.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Well, tough news for working families. If you're a renter, get ready to dig deeper for your monthly payment. A new report finds landlords expect to raise apartment rents about 5% this year all across the country. But paychecks are expected to rise only 4%. Experts say this trend of rent increases could continue for the next 3 years. There is some good news if you're looking to move to San Diego, Las Vegas, or Miami. Many condos have been empty for some time now, and investors are looking for tenants to help pay that mortgage.
One expert calls him a cannibal serial killer, a runaway train to madness.
And for the first time, people are speaking about a shocking new twist. Is Jeffrey Dahmer the man who killed little Adam Walsh?
Also, it's a story affecting thousands of people. We'll tell you who's being told to cut back on their water use and why.
Cutting back on calories, but does it go too far? At 5:45, the new diet, which has some worried about people starving to be thin.
An awful moral dilemma descends upon you of you think, I can't vote for myself.
Candid Camera up next. Actors speak from the heart at today's Oscar luncheon.
As we head to break, take a look at the top picks right now on CBS2.com. Stay with us.
CBS 2 News is sponsored in part by Honda.
You're looking at the unit body structure of one of the most well-built sedans in America. Its reputation for quality and reliability are unmatched. Its commitment to safety uncompromising. This is the soul of every Accord we make. Then we pour our hearts into it. And that completes the picture. The Accord from Honda.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Introducing Paladin Fresh Cleanse.
Wow, a denture cleanser that freshens for hours. It's fresh, foam, fabulous.
Paladin micro cleans, kills bacteria, and releases breath fresheners that last up to 5 hours. New Paladin Fresh Cleanse.
Change is very difficult for a lot of people.
For example, this switching in 2007.
And a lot of people are under the impression that December 31st is the last day that you can sign.
You still have until March 31st.
That's correct.
Right.
That you can evaluate all the other plans or all the plans that are out there.
I was very skeptical at first. I did a lot of research. I could hardly believe all the benefits the scan had.
They said no premium. I'm saying, you gotta be kidding me.
Right.
What do you mean, no premium?
No plan, premium, no deductible, and low co-payments.
Scan provides a lot more.
Right. Why would you want to pay more just for prescription coverage when you can get an entire health plan and all these benefits?
And if you're gonna switch, I'd do it now.
Once I did, I'm not looking back. I'm happy I did.
For more information or to request an in-home appointment, call 1-800-547-0887. Scan Health Plan.
See how worry-free a certified used Toyota is with a 3-month, 3,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Best new cars make the best used cars at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, moving forward.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Paul Majors, Laura Diaz, and Johnny Mountain with weather. You're watching CBS 2 News at 5.
Let's Do Lunch takes on a whole new meaning when the guests are all Oscar nominees.
The Motion Picture Academy hosted the annual pre-Oscar luncheon today in Beverly Hills. On the menu, dreams come true. It's a who's who of Hollywood. More than 100 Academy Award nominees together under one roof for the first time to do lunch.
This particular event is like the best one of all of the things involved with the Oscar, you know. So for me, it's so not competition.
Actors, writers, directors, they all showed up for the annual nominees luncheon at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Forrest Whitaker, frontrunner for a Best Actor Oscar for his role as Ugandan dictator Idi Amin in The Last King of Scotland, says he's looking forward to his first Academy Awards.
I've never been, you know. I know it should be exciting. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. It's a lot of people I really respect. I'm hoping that I'm going to have one of the greatest nights of my life.
Jennifer Hudson, nominated for her standout role in Dreamgirls, says if she wins, she'll thank the TV show that started it all.
I do believe in giving them credit because American Idol was the platform and a vehicle for me to be seen. Had it not been for Idol, they would never have known of a Jennifer Hudson to pick up the phone and call. Definitely would have to say thank you. Thank you.
The Queen has earned star Helen Mirren every award from every critics group, along with a Golden Globe and SAG Award. Mirren was asked if she voted for herself on the Oscar ballot.
No, thank you for bringing it up. I'm not telling you. You know what I did.
The Academy Awards will be handed out at the Kodak Theater Sunday, February 25th.
Now that's a tough question. Next, right here at 5:30, posing as police.
Tonight, officers put out the new warning.
I'm Rick Chambers in Mid-City. We now have your first look at these bogus cops in action. The videotape's coming up after the break.
500,000 people in 2 counties are told to cut back on their water use. I'm Greg Mills with a live report.
A notorious case back in the news, the alleged sexual predator who posed as a middle school student and his connection to the Southland.
And buying a ticket to Easy Street, details on the new lottery game with some of the best odds ever.
Tonight at 6 on CBS 2 News.
I'm Ann Martin. It's the latest celebrity diet craze, a new weapon to fight fat, and the best part is you get to eat it. See why the stars are scooping them up at 6.
The simply sensational Hass avocado from Chile. It can ring in a new day, or feed a bunch for lunch, or make a dinner a winner. It can beef up a burger, or spice up a celebration. It can be sophisticated, or simple, or fun. Simply sensational Chilean Hass avocados. In season right now at Stater Brothers.
Optimum Wellness, brought to you by Ralph's.
Wellness is easy if you start with a small change, like motivating yourself to move with your mind. Ready, guys? Let's go. Focus your thoughts on your health, family, or maybe the clothes you want to fit in. Thinking about what moves you inside will inspire you to move on the outside. Wellness is a choice. Take charge of your health.
Optimum Wellness is brought to you by Fresh Express, where fresh comes first. Available at Ralph's.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander. Out everything. Everything.
I was walking down the street. I saw a poster.
Thinking of buying new furniture? Wait, the furniture you own is probably built better than most furniture you can buy today. At Riviera Reupholstery, we provide facelifts for all your old furniture. And with 10,000 quality fabrics to choose from, you're guaranteed to find the color and pattern you're looking for. If it's comfortable and it fits, it's worth saving. So live on the Riviera. Reupholstered furniture, that is. Call 1-800-55-COVER.
Everything evolves, including Caesar's Palace. Live famously. Mom, these are awesome. You used to fit into these?
Total, 100 calories to help you lose weight. 100% whole grain to help keep your shape.
Hey, sweetie, I want those back.
Totally manage your weight. Try more great flavors from Total. They're totally delicious.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Laura Diaz, Paul Majors, and Johnny Mountain with weather. You're watching CBS 2 News at 5.
Now at 5:30, fake police hustling cash. Tonight, the real cops say that they've busted the con men. Welcome back to the CBS 2 News. I'm Laura Diaz.
And I'm Paul Majors. 3 men are in custody tonight accused of posing as police officers and using their fake badges to swindle cash. CBS 2's Rick Chambers is live at Newton Station with more of this for us. Rick.
Yeah, Paul, robbery and grand theft charges now facing these imposters tonight. And also, we get your first look at these fake cops in action. This is video of the suspects 7 months ago outside a downtown LA bar. A freelance photographer got the pictures of 2 fake police cars this night, one white, one black. Now, the suspects are out there driving on the streets and the sidewalks, threatening passersby with tickets and arrest. The uniforms look real, so too do the patrol cars. It has searchlights in the front and lights in the rear window. A plastic partition sits between the seats. A computer console's up there, scanners. It even says Police Interceptor above the back bumper. But this is a fake patrol car used by 3 bogus cops who were shaking down Hispanic street vendors, immigrants who likely wouldn't question police authority.
Behind me, you see the uniform that was taken off one of the suspects or individuals we arrested earlier last week. It clearly says Los Angeles Housing Authority, but if you look closely, private and security has been blackened out. So the average person would believe if stopped or encountered by the 3 individuals that they were being stopped by law enforcement agents. And during the interrogation stop, they would elicit money from the individuals. They would ask specifically the amount of money they got for sales for that evening and confiscate those sales, and then in turn, give them a bogus or a fake ticket and then be on their way.
Detectives traced a license plate number to this car and grabbed the suspects on Friday night. They are all believed to be private security guards. And detectives are stressing tonight, if you think you've been victimized by them, give the LAPD a call. All of the suspects are in custody. They're all being held on $150,000 bail. They're expected to make their first appearance in court tomorrow morning. I'm Rick Chambers, CBS 2 News. Let's go back to the studio.
Thank you, Rick. A convicted sex offender arrested and accused of posing as a 12-year-old middle school student was at one time the focus of a child pornography investigation here in Southern California. More than 3 years ago, Neil Havens Roderick III was accused of possessing child porn while living in San Bernardino County. The case never made it to the DA's office. The 29-year-old was arrested by Arizona police in January. They say he was living with several men who preyed on young boys when he tried to enroll into a charter school.
Was the notorious serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer also behind the murder of 6-year-old Adam Walsh? An FBI agent believes a possible connection needs a second look. Walsh, the son of America's Most Wanted host, John Walsh, disappeared from this shopping mall in South Florida in 1981. That's when Dahmer was living there. One witness claims he followed Dahmer to that mall the same day and lost him. Another witness saw this.
There was a man holding a little boy by one arm up in the air, and the boy was struggling, and the little boy was saying, "I don't want to go, I'm not going."
10 years later, he saw that man's picture in the paper. It was Dahmer. Investigators are now combing through 10,000 pages of newly released papers in the Walsh case to explore more possible connections between Walsh's disappearance and Dahmer.
From East LA to West San Bernardino County, homeowners and business owners are being asked to conserve every drop of water. Beginning today, a major pipeline is being upgraded. CBS 2's Greg Mills is live in Rancho Cucamonga with more details for us. Greg.
Laura, this affects about 500,000 people, so a lot of people, but it's a voluntary cutback, not mandatory. This construction project is limiting the water supply for about 500,000 people through Sunday night. Check out this map. If you live in any of these 9 cities in eastern LA County or western San Bernardino County, you're asked to conserve on water use while water flow through this huge pipe is shut down.
Well, that makes sense, and we're certainly willing to do that. It's not a problem.
Residents in the impacted area are asked to cut out all outside water use this week and limit indoor use.
For example, running full loads in your dishwasher, not letting the water run when you're shaving or brushing your teeth, things that people should typically do anyways.
Here's the deal. Local water districts just won't have their normal supply available during this construction period. Here in Rancho Cucamonga, 50% of the water comes from Northern California. It's that surplus supply that is missing now as this Rialto feeder pipeline is shut down.
We have contacted all of our top 10 water users, for example, the city of Rancho Cucamonga, Chaffey College, the school districts, who are our largest users and are using the water for landscaping purposes.
Once again, it is a voluntary cutback and it extends through Sunday night. Reporting live from Rancho Cucamonga, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News. Laura, Paul.
Thank you, Greg. And 2 people are recovering from injuries suffered when a car crashed through the wall of their bedroom. Police say an 18-year-old male was behind the wheel when the car rammed into the bedroom of a Riverside home. 2 women inside the bedroom were pinned under the car and the debris. Fire crews rescued them and rushed them to the hospital. A 54-year-old woman has cuts to her face. An 83-year-old woman has a broken leg. In Westminster, a SWAT standoff ends in bloodshed tonight. It started when police officers found more than a dozen people fighting in the 7800 block of 13th Street in Westminster. When officers chased some suspects into a building, someone shot at them. Police called in a SWAT team and evacuated residents. When they finally went in, they found a man shot to death. No word if it was the gunman.
An assault conviction for a man on trial for shoving his cell phone down his girlfriend's throat. Jurors today found 25-year-old Marlon Gill guilty of second-degree murder. Prosecutors say he nearly killed his girlfriend in December of 2005 when he forced a phone down her throat. The victim had to undergo emergency surgery to remove the phone. This is the second trial for Gill. The first ended in a mistrial when jurors couldn't reach a unanimous verdict. He could be sentenced to up to 7 years in prison. Right after the CBS 2 News at 6, it's the CBS Evening News.
Katie Kirk has a preview from New York. Katie.
Hi, Laura and Paul. There's a troubling new report out today about kids and porn and the internet. We'll tell you what you can do to protect your children. Also, it's a problem that just won't go away. Super skinny models. Other countries have banned them. Why haven't we? So those stories and much more coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, right after CBS 2 News at 6. Paul and Laura, back to you.
All right, thank you. Next on CBS 2 News, a decision which could affect Beatles fans all across the world.
Plus, the religious debate, why some question whether the Mormons want to baptize the current pope.
It is the new lottery game worth millions, and it finally tips the odds ever so slightly in your favor.
Head up, Johnny Mountain. The heat's on here. You take your chances when you're looking at some temperatures up into the 90s, and it's winter already. But we got to change. I'll have that for you.
Chopper 2 aerial coverage brought to you by Stater Brothers, the low price leader.
Mr. Big Stuff. Papa John's Grand Papa Pizza. Oh, yeah. Big on taste and 30% bigger than our regular large. Loaded with any 3 of your favorite toppings, all for just $12.99. Now that's huge.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. As the gambler, I've come to appreciate the kind of casino where real players play.
L.A., Orange, and Riverside County residents, Double Cover is back at Verona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino in San Diego. Through April 1st, join the club. Play the slots for just 2 hours and we'll double your winnings up to $200. Or we'll cover your losses up to $200. With Club Verona, either way, you win.
Are you in?
New Club Verona signups only. For details, visit Verona.com.
Hey, Skinny Me, how long did it take us to lose that weight? You really want to know? It took us 9 weeks. We went to LA Weight Loss, and look, we lost 23 pounds. We look good, don't we? Wow. It's just that easy. Who knew you had a curve? Not me. You could look better. See what's happening, see the future.
Call 1-800-526-SLIM. Save 25% off the program fee. Required LA Lights at regular price.
Well, if it did it for you, it could do it for me. You look terrific.
What really defines comfort in an automobile? Is it carefully thought out features and controls designed so that they fall readily to the fingertips? Is it to make convenience and comfort seem so effortless that the driver and passengers begin to feel that everything was designed with them in mind? Precisely. You'll find all the answers in the Accord from Honda.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Hi, I'm Bill.
Hi. Hey.
I'm Bill.
Bill. I'm Bill.
Bill. I'm Bill.
Bill.
Bill. Bill. Bill.
Bill. That's me.
Too many bills. I'm Mark Tice, president of HMS Capital Home Loans. Interest rates are still close to historic lows, so consider consolidating all your debts or bills into one small bill. Call today for a no-obligation quote.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Papa John's Grand Papa Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Big on taste and 30% bigger than our regular large. Loaded with any 3 of your favorite toppings, all for just $12.99. Now that's huge.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
He's the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, so why do some say Mormons will likely baptize Pope Benedict XVI? The Pope was baptized at birth, but 1 year after he dies, a Mormon he never met will likely baptize him again. The U.S.-based denomination encourages members to baptize the dead by proxy to help the deceased get full access to heaven. We're told the Mormons baptized Pope John Paul II after his death. Some people and other faiths are outraged over this practice.
The 3 Duke lacrosse players accused of sexually assaulting a stripper are getting a big show of support. More than 100 people marched this weekend. The players were initially charged with rape, but the charges were reduced to assault. Supporters want all of the charges dropped, saying the case against the men is weak.
We wanted to come out and support the boys and see what's going to happen, and we feel that the charges will eventually be dropped.
The march was organized by a Duke University ethics group.
iPod maker Apple and the Beatles trademark Apple Corp Ltd have come up with a truce. The agreement clears the way for Beatles songs to be sold on Apple's iTunes music store. Now, the settlement gives the California company ownership of the Apple name and logo. The computer company battled the record label over the logo for nearly 30 years.
I think we're still a long way away, though, from Beatles tunes being on iTunes. Yeah, because they have to negotiate a price. Being a Beatles fan, I pay attention to this every day.
I know you do. I like the tune of the weather, though.
You do?
So pretty. I could take it day after day.
I agree with you, but we do need some moisture. We have to throw that in there, correct, Mr. Mountain?
Absolutely. You know what? And I could have helped with all that negotiations. I said, look, guys, if we don't shut up, nobody's going to make any money. Oh, okay. All right, it was 90 degrees today. Maybe that's what it is. A little Santa Ana action out there as temperatures were warming up, a little bit offshore, but all that's going to be changing. We have that beautiful view of downtown. And look, we still have some warm temperatures out there in the 70s along the coast and 80s out through some of the valleys right now. So temperatures are going to stay warm, but there's a change coming. High clouds will be around. You saw them a moment ago from that view that we had. Also some ocean clouds, a little bit of fog developing, 10 to 15 degrees cooler over the next couple of days, breezes below passes and canyons in the mountains and in the desert. Look at this for you. Here's a little low that we have offshore. It is moving to the north, but it's dragging in some clouds. And over the next couple of days, we are expecting some clouds, breezy-like conditions, and cooler temperatures. Wednesday is kind of a pivotal day. It doesn't look like rain on Wednesday. If it is, it'll probably stay to the north of us. But by Thursday, about a 30% chance of a shower down in our area. And then we have another chance of rain coming up for the weekend with continued temperatures on the cool side. I'll have more for you coming up a little bit later, but for right now, let's get back over there. Scurry back over to you guys, Paul.
All right, thank you very much. Up next at 5:45, a new soft drink is under investigation. Are the health claims it makes just a bunch of fizz?
Plus, there's some people starving themselves to a smaller waistline. Details on a controversial new diet and the people who swear by it coming up.
CBS 2 News is sponsored in part by Nissan, who invites you to shift the way you move through the world.
No. It's too small. Autoclaustrophobia. It affects more people than you think. Oh. But there's hope on the horizon, and it's called the Nissan Versa. Versa provides relief with best-in-class rear seat legroom. Versa keeps you going for over 400 miles on just one tank. Versa will save the world from autoclaustrophobia. One driver at a time. Ask your Nissan dealer if Versa is right for you.
Are you getting enough fiber in your diet? To get the 25 to 30 grams of daily fiber you need for ongoing good health, what else would you have time for? That's why there's great tasting Fiber Choice, the chewable fiber supplement. Each bottle contains 180 grams of fiber. You'd need more than 3 bottles of fiber pills at 3 times the price to get the same amount. And try new Fiber Choice Plus Calcium with as much calcium as 14 ounces of milk in each dose. Fiber Choice, original and new Plus Calcium chewable tablets.
At 1-800-DENTIST, our member dentists aren't just accepting new patients, they welcome them. So if you're looking for a dental practice that feels a little less like a medical office and a lot more like home, call 1-800-DENTIST and ask one of our friendly operators to match you with a gentle, caring dentist near you. And if you've been avoiding the dentist, now might be the time to find out just how much dentistry has changed. Call us today. 1-800-DENTIST. We take every smile personally.
How are you feeling tonight? I'm thrilled.
Cheesy bites are back! Cheesy bites are back!
Cheesy bites are back? Tony, fire up the limo!
Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza is back. No pizza is more irresistible with 28 poppable cheesy bites. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $11.99.
Cheesy bites, my one true love.
Want more fun? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
It's Empire's half-price home interiors sale. Save 50% on beautiful window treatments and do more of your windows for less. Make your living room more inviting, your bedroom more private, your den cozier. Call Empire and choose from a great selection right at home. And we install next day. You'll save 50% with no payments till April 2008. Empire's half-price home interiors sale. Call now and do more windows for less.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Welcome to Action World! So, what's it gonna be?
I want to play blackjack.
Well, let's do it!
You don't have to go to this extreme for great casino action when Morongo is just moments away. Home to the world-famous Key Club and Vegas-style gaming, Morongo has all the action you need. Morongo, Casino, Resort, and Spa, where the action never stops.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
Is it a healthy new drink or just voodoo nutrition? Questions are being raised tonight over the Coca-Cola Company's latest soft drink. Invega is a joint venture by Coke and Nestle. It's a green tea drink that its makers claim speeds up metabolism and helps people burn an extra 106 calories a day. Now, Connecticut's Attorney General is challenging the drink makers to scientifically prove it. He calls the claims voodoo nutrition. Coke and Nestle have until next week to present their findings.
Some people do it to cleanse their bodies, others do it to lose weight rapidly. But now there is a growing trend which claims to help you stay younger and live longer. Critics call it a radical form of starvation. Weighing cherry tomatoes, even a piece of cabbage, and every stalk of asparagus.
Here you go. In one bag.
This is the world of calorie restriction, or CR. April Smith and Michael Ray are dedicated members.
I'm at about 1,920 calories a day.
At 6 feet tall, he weighs only 115 pounds. The average weight for a man of his size is 190 pounds.
You feel so much better.
April weighs 103 pounds. The average weight for a woman of her size is 158 pounds. She eats 1,300 calories a day.
I want to live longer and I want to be youthful.
There is some evidence that calorie restriction can make you healthier and extend life by boosting infection-fighting cells in the immune system. It's been shown in these monkeys at the University of Wisconsin, which supplied these photos. The one on a restricted diet on the left is in much better shape and more youthful. Fewer wrinkles, more hair, stronger bones, and lower cholesterol.
I think the calorie restriction will help you to live longer.
But Lisa Hart, a dietitian at the University of Penn, says there are plenty of critics and no long-term studies. Plus, there's a risk of malnutrition.
I think you have to find a balance.
For April and Michael, it's all about finding the most nutritionally balanced food with the fewest calories. Napa cabbage is a favorite.
I usually have this in a salad.
It's become an easy way of life for them. And no, they're not always hungry. And yes, they can occasionally cheat.
If you want to have a creme brulee, you can have a creme brulee.
And they can even drink wine. He's 36, she's 32. But they say they feel more like they're 20 years old. Even their sex life has improved.
CR'd people are biologically younger while they're chronologically older. So you get all the benefits of being younger with all the benefits of being a little bit wiser.
Critics contend this method leaves the body in a state that causes muscles to degenerate, including the heart. Although research on CR dates back to 1934, scientists agree that more studies need to be done.
Harold Green is in the newsroom right now to show us what's ahead on the CBS 2 News at 6. Harold.
Thanks, Paul. Tonight at 6, a trip to the market turns deadly in Orange County. An older woman is killed, and the suspect is still out there. We're uncovering what happened. Plus, will the mystery ever be solved? New developments tonight in the plane crash that killed Yankees pitcher Corey Lytle. And it's the new secret weapon in the fight against fat. But instead of avoiding a favorite food, you can eat it. We'll show you how it works, and we'll put it to the test when I get together with Ann Martin at the top of the hour at 6. We'll see you then.
All right. Thank you so much, Harold. A sad note this evening. Pioneering black singer-actress Barbara McNair has died. Ms. McNair joined us on set at our sister station in 2003 to recall her days working with the legendary Bob Hope. Now, we remember the singer and actress who found success on the Broadway stage and in Hollywood, in both movies and television. She hosted her own variety TV show in the early 70s and starred on the big screen with Sidney Poitier and Elvis Presley. McNair died Sunday in Los Angeles after a battle with throat cancer. She was 72 years old.
Up next on CBS 2 News, join the raffle and win $1 million.
It is the hot new lottery game from the California Lottery. No numbers to pick and no tickets to scratch, but your odds of winning could be a whole lot better than ever. Stay with us.
No more football. No problem. CSI Miami has all the action you need.
1,000 weapons, 0 witnesses.
Fasten your seatbelt, honey. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's an episode of Monday's #1 show.
I need you to get out of there right now.
That will blow you away.
She's only got 5 minutes of air left.
A new CSI Miami. CBS tonight.
The world might not be made for you, but Men's Warehouse is. We have an extensive big and tall selection at prices that won't knock you out. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf?
They wowed their critics on Broadway and in London. And now Evening Standard winner Kathleen Turner and Tony winner Bill Irwin are coming to Los Angeles in Edward Albee's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
If you existed, I'd divorce you.
Entertainment Weekly cheers, a giddy, vicious thrill, and the Associated Press raves, a superb evening of theater. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, coming to the Amundsen Theater beginning February 6th. Call for tickets or visit amundsentheater.org.
What's more fun than being #1? #1 for 30 straight years. And now get a Super Crew with automatic, air conditioning, 300 horsepower, trailer tow package, 4 full-size doors, seating for 6, CD with digital jack. You get it all for just $279 a month. It's America's favorite truck, and it's loaded for just $279 a month. It's fun to be #1.
Power lines are highways for electricity we must maintain to keep a steady flow. And as California's power needs grow, more lines are needed to keep electricity flowing reliably. That's why Edison International has committed $9 billion to upgrade the system of wires that serves Southern Californians. It's an investment in reliability that benefits everyone in our state, and an important step we're taking to help build the future for Edison customers. For over 100 years, life powered by Edison.
Hey, Mom. I'm at Jimmy's house. Can I stay for dinner? Yes, his parents are home. Yeah, dinner. Hold on. She doesn't believe me.
Carol? Yeah, we're all having dinner. Together.
A real meal on a weeknight? What a shocker. Pick up a 9-piece bucket of the Colonel's famous drumsticks and thighs, the juiciest, most flavorful chicken, now only $6.99. And don't forget the 99-cent KFC fish snacker. Bring back dinner at KFC.
A Desperate Housewives real-life wedding. Exclusive. Anna Nicole only on The Insider. Finally addressing the paternity scandal. And brave Jessica confined to a wheelchair, plus the moment she stopped breathing. Next, Insider.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
Next, E.T. Anna Nicole, the next chapter.
Why don't you want your daughter to take a paternity test?
Then your first look at Vanity Fair's Hollywood issue. And a celebrity wedding. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on CBS 2.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
Maybe you could be a winner. California's new $1 million lottery raffle begins today. The California Lottery is selling a limited number of raffle tickets through St. Patrick's Day. And tickets are selling fast in LA's Fairfax district. 10 $1 million grand prizes will be awarded. The new raffle gives ticket buyers the best odds of winning, about 1 in 5 million.
What would you do with the money if you won?
My husband would be off the truck, for one thing. He's 74 years old, still driving an 18-wheeler. Every day, I still work at a beauty shop.
In addition to the grand prizes, 4 $10,000 cash prizes will be awarded leading up to St. Paddy's Day.
Wouldn't that be cool if they won? Well, tonight, love is in the air at CBS 2. As we get ready for Valentine's Day, you're invited to write your own love letter for everyone to see. We'll post it online, and you can even send a picture. Just go to CBS2.com and get swept up in the romance, and we'll tell everybody all about it. Don't you just love that part?
Yeah.
Okay. The celebrity secret to fat-free indulgence ahead right here at 6 o'clock.
Plus, an automaker gets a crash test do-over. Find out which vehicles get higher marks the second time around. That's just ahead at 6.
CBS 2 News is brought to you by the Toyota dealers of Southern California.
It's been 50 years of quality, of durability, of unmatched reliability. It's Toyota's 50th anniversary. Celebrate with an incredible $2,500 cash back on all remaining new 06 Toyota Tundras, Tacomas, and Siennas. Yes, it's your last chance to get $2,500 factory cash back on an 06 Tundra, Tacoma, or Sienna. 50th anniversary savings at your Southern California Toyota dealer today.
If you've had a heart attack that reduced how well your heart pumps, your heart medications may not be enough protection. Adding Coreg to your current treatment can help prevent another heart attack. Coreg reduces your heart's workload to help it pump better. Coreg is FDA approved to increase your chances of survival when taken over time.
Coreg is not for everyone, including people prone to asthma, certain heart rhythm problems, slow heart rate, or liver problems. Once you start Coreg, you should continue as directed by your doctor. Patients who abruptly stop therapy may experience chest pain or an increased risk of heart attack. In some cases, patients may experience dizziness or faintness when starting Coreg. You should avoid driving or hazardous tasks if this occurs.
Ask your doctor if Coreg is right for you. Adding Coreg adds cardio protection.
An old favorite. A modern design. Kraft Real Mayo. In the Big Mouth jar. An easy way to get out the taste you love. Lynn's Better Half BLT. Craft your sandwich.
What's your reason for calling Empire today for your new carpet? Shop at Home Convenience? We'll bring brand name samples to your home so you can choose the color and texture that's just right for you. Immediate installation? Empire will install your new carpet next day. On a budget? Save with warehouse direct prices plus no payments till April 2008. Shop at Home next day installation and no payments till April 2008. All great reasons to call Empire today. Call now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
There are some days when all you feel like eating is a gallon of Rocky Road, some chocolate, a big jar of peanut butter, and a lot more chocolate. For those days, after those days, the Chipotle Chicken Salad, new at Carl's Jr.
Midas offers the Midas Touch Maintenance Package for $29.95. Includes oil change, rotate tires, visual brake check, and more. Most cars, light trucks, 5 quarts, 5W30, synthetic extra. Midas.
We know you have many choices for news. We thank you for choosing CBS 2. I'm Paul Majors.
And I'm Laura Diaz. The CBS 2 News at 6 with Harold Green and Ann Martin begins right now.
This is CBS 2 News at 6.